How you doing, everyone? Scott here, back with another CD and vinyl update. I meant to do an update last weekend, but just never got round to it. But I have been off this week, so I've been out digging. The negative of that is I finally took a week off. This is probably my first week off since probably January, say the Christmas holidays. I've had days here and there, but never had like a full week. And I've come down with a cold, so I'm now swallowing razor blades, headache, ears are ringing. So yeah, probably just going to be lying on the couch watching films for the next week. But that's kind of my excuse anyway. But apart from lying on the couch and watching films, I got out digging yesterday. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show my CDs first, like I usually do, and I'll show you the two CDs that I got yesterday in my local record shop. First one was from 2007, and it's Manowar and Gods of War. This I'd never heard, and I played it yesterday, and it's maybe got the longest opening song I've ever heard. I think it was about 9 minutes before anyone actually started to sing, which actually annoyed me. I was a wee bit kind of, right, come on, let's get into this now. But once it did start, really good stuff. I've never really been disappointed with Manowar, and whenever I see Manowar, I pick it up because you never know when you're going to see them again. So as you can see, it's got this strange kind of font on the front. It is a concept album. It's all kind of surrounding Norse mythology. It's about Odin, Thor, Loki, gods of war, kings of kings, that kind of thing. What the kind of annoying thing about this is they've used this font all the way through the book, so you can't actually read the booklet. Every single page has this. I don't know if you can see it, I'll try my best, but it just has this weird font. So the only good thing they did was they gave you this page that gives you a key. So it gives you the letter and it gives you the symbol. So really you'd have to go through and translate it yourself, which I'm not going to do. That sounds like a complete waste of time to me. So I'm just going to live in mystery. But overall, good album. It's just everything you'd normally expect from Manowar, with like spoken passages as well. But yeah, really good apart from the huge intro. But yeah, Manowar, if you see it, pick it up. Next is from a band I've never heard. Well, maybe a song here or there, but I've never heard a full album. I know the band, I've heard people talk about the band, but I've just never ever sat and listened to a full album. And it's from 1990, I think. Yeah, 1990 on Megaforce, and it's King's X and Faith, Hope, Love. First impressions, really decent. I really enjoyed this. It's much different than I thought it was going to sound. I thought it was kind of I'd heard they were kind of like straight up kind of progressive metal or progressive hard rock, which obviously you do get those elements, but when I was listening to this, it was almost like, I mean, and bear with me with this description, it was almost like hard rock Beatles mixed with Saigon Kick. And I know some of you will be thinking, that is nothing, I don't hear that, but that's what I get. The band do have these kind of vocal harmonies that sound really like the Beatles, but then obviously they've got the kind of like harder guitars, so it's not like you're listening to the Beatles. And then these kind of melodies that remind me a lot of Saigon Kick. So Overall, it was a really good album. I'd definitely pick up more King's X in the future. In fact, I was looking on my online record store that I use, and they actually have this album, and they have Out of the Silent Planet on vinyl. So I would probably go and pick them up if they're still there. So yeah, really not what I was expecting, but I really enjoyed it. So that is King's X. And I've got 3 more CDs. These were just random eBay pickups. They were really, really cheap. One of them I expected to be a lot more, but yeah, I got these. So the first one I'll show, this is an album I actually have on vinyl, but it's a superb album, and it was really cheap. So it's Steelheart, their debut from 1990. Can't say enough about this album, just awesome. Their singer, Miljenko Matajevic, I've mentioned him a few times in my videos because his voice is just superb. He could bring walls down with that voice. What kind of did take me by surprise was it says it's executive producer Bruce Dickinson. Although, so I had to kind of look a bit deeper into that. It's not actually the actual Bruce Dickinson, it's a different Bruce Dickinson. Imagine having 2 people with the same name. Weird. So, yes, you've got I'll Never Let You Go. That's kind of like one of the big hits of this album, which is just a stormer. A really big, like, epic ballad, and his range on that song is just unreal. I think the other singles are She's Gone, and I get mixed up between the 2 names because there's one song called Sheila and there's one called Everybody Loves Eileen, and I can never remember which one was one of the singles. But anyway, Steelheart, I was definitely picking that up for that price anyway. So that is that. Next up is a bit of Lynch Mob and Wicked Sensation. I was initially looking for this on vinyl, and while I was looking, I actually found the CD. Produced by Max Norman and Lynch Mob. If you don't know Lynch Mob, it features George Lynch from Dokken, and he sounds phenomenal on this album. His guitar tone in this album is like spot on for me. Just draws you right in. So if you've not heard this, I suggest you give it a go. It does have a fold out booklet that turns into a poster, but I'm not going to do all that stuff. There's the CD there. But awesome. If you've not heard it, try it. And the last one was really spur of the moment, really cheap. I've been looking for this album on vinyl, and whether it be on reissue or like an OG press, it's from 1988, and I could have pulled the trigger a year ago, but I just haven't. The reissues are still going for about 30 quid. The OG's a bit lower than that, but I know I can get it cheaper, and I'm a bit of a tight arse when I know I can wait it out. So the album is Refuge Denied from Sanctuary from 1988. This is the original CD press, which I was quite surprised to get so cheap. I mean, nobody else was bidding on it. I got it for under, I think it was under £2. I think it was like £1.60 or something I got it for. So I was really happy to pick that up. If you've not heard Sanctuary, vocalist Warrell Dane, I think has now passed away, but used to sing with Nevermore as well, which was a band I was never really into, but really got those kind of vocals that remind you of, say, like King Diamond or Midnight from Crimson Glory, those kind of like high falsetto vocals, but just straightforward heavy metal, straight down the line. Awesome. So that's Sanctuary and Refuge Denied. Right, onto the vinyl. So the vinyl, I have some from eBay and I have some from my dig yesterday, so I'll go through the eBay stuff first. Now this is a band I'd never heard of, but I really like the cover, and I don't even know if I can pronounce the band properly, but it's on Noise Records, and it's I think it's Lanadrid. I think these are like a German heavy metal band. Kind of reminds me of a lighter version of Motorhead, if that makes sense. I mean, really good, really enjoyed it. It's more of an EP. I mean, there's two songs on side A and 3 songs on side B, but yeah, really enjoyable album. I don't know what they were before or where they went after, but I saw this. I think I saw it for about £2, and that was one of the deciding factors of why I picked it up. I found a couple of songs on YouTube, gave them a blast, really liked them, so I thought, why not, pull the trigger. And I wasn't really that disappointed. It was pretty decent. So if you ever see this when you're out and about and you don't know what you're looking at, give it a shot. Lanadrid, Sister Alley from 1989. The next one up this purchase was actually prompted by Bev at Clarkovision. She put a post up, I think it was on Facebook, a couple of weeks ago, saying she was listening to the band Beast in Black, and I ended up giving her some recommendations of how to go back to the debut album, because it was really good, and the kind of the band that the guitarist from Beast in Black was in was a band called Battle Beast. So this all kind of prompted a conversation about back catalogue stuff that you could check out. And about a couple of hours later, I went onto my wish list on Amazon, and I found this. Battle Beast and Unholy Saviour. This is their 3rd album, I think, from 2015. And after speaking with Bev, I found this, and I think it was down to about £12. So I thought, I'm just going to absolutely jump on that. Great album, female fronted, as you can see here, and just kind of in the pop, power metal kind of style, which I really enjoy. The only thing, I don't know if I mentioned this before in past videos, but when you get, I don't really like getting a single disc in a gatefold. I think they should keep gatefolds for like 2 LP sets, because once you open this up, this is really flimsy. This could get damaged. I don't think it's necessary, to be honest. I'd much rather just they could easily put this on the inner sleeve as a single disc kind of package. So that's the only kind of thing that would bug me about these kind of releases, but I mean, nothing to get too pissed off about. But yeah, so Battle Beast, Unholy Saviour, really good stuff. So thanks for spurring me on to get that, Bev. And the last one I got was this is from 1985, and this band's from San Francisco, and it is Castle Black, and their album Babes in Toyland. Just a superb album. Really enjoy it all the way through. It does actually end on a cover of Black Diamond. Obviously BLAK as Castle Black spell with their logo. I think they brought out 3 albums. This was their debut, they had their 2nd album out, I can't remember what that's called. And they also had a 3rd album, which was actually just released as the band called Black with the BLAK. But if you haven't checked this band out, I suggest you do so. I think the only person who may have shown this in the VC could be Rob at Black Star Vinyl, but even then I'm still not sure if he's got this. Apart from that, I can't really think of anyone else who'd show it or who has shown it. I don't think I've ever seen it. So got this in really, really good condition as well. Superb condition, and think it was under a tenner. So really, really happy with that. So if you've not heard Castle Black, give them a shot. Babes in Toyland, really good stuff. And what I'll do is, especially with this and maybe Lanadrid, if that's how you say it, I don't know. I'll maybe add them into my next needle drop video, so you guys can get a taster of what these bands sound like. So there we go. Right, 3 left, so bear with me. These are going to be my finds from yesterday when I was out digging. And the first one is Culture Killed the Native from Victory. Now I actually found this along with Don't Get Mad Get Even that I showed in either my last video or the video before that. But the copy that I found was just absolutely trashed, so I left it behind. But just walked into the shop yesterday and this was sitting there, so I thought I better pick it up. Jacket is still a bit worn, especially where the sleeve goes in and out, but apart from that, really good condition, really good gloss on it. It actually does come, there's a sticker with the limited edition artist poster, although it's really just a big photograph. And it has got a small tear in it. It's pretty big, so I'm not going to open it right up. But that's the kind of size it is. So I was quite happy it came with that. And yeah, so I thought, there you go, so you've got Don't Get Mad Get Even here, Hungry Hearts is their next studio release, and then I think it's this one, with a live release in between. And there you have here Herman Frank, who you'll know from Sinner and Accept. So yeah, I was really happy to pick that up. And Victory are another band that don't get shown a lot in the VC, but are well worth picking up if you ever see their stuff out in the wild or on eBay or whatever, and you see it for a decent price. So that's from 1989. Next up is an album that I've never had on vinyl. I'm sure I've got the first 3 albums of this band, but every time you seem to see this album, it's really highly priced. I don't know why, because they must have produced millions and millions and millions of copies of this album, but for some reason they are still really expensive. If you've not worked it out by now, it's Def Leppard and Hysteria. For some reason they just go still for, I mean, I would say expensive is 16, 17, 18 pound, and I'm like, come on, how many millions of copies of this album are out? But yeah, saw this, it was in really good condition, so I thought I would just pick it up. I would be picking it up anyway at some point, so I'd be as well picking it up now. It is a good album. There's some songs I could really do without, like Don't Shoot Shotgun, definitely not one of my favourites. But the likes of Gods of War and Rocket has to be one of my favourite Def Leppard songs, and it's definitely my favourite from this album, so really good stuff. But then again, you've got Pour Some Sugar on Me's a bit cheesy. Armageddon it, I do definitely prefer their second and third albums compared to this, but it's still a good album. I just prefer the other ones. So yep, Hysteria 1987, that'll be. Don't Shoot Me All You Def Leppard, yeah, 1987. So that brings me to my last pickup from my dig, and it was one I was absolutely chuffed with. These aren't the kind of albums that you expect to find when you're out digging. These are the ones you think, I'll never find that, I'll never find that, I'll never find that for a good price, oh, I'll have to get it here, I'll have to do this. But yeah, obviously I had the first 2, and I was flicking through, and all I got a glimpse of was this, and I was like, you have got to be joking. So I kind of put it down, took a wee breather. I thought, right, what condition is it in, and what price is it going to be. So it is obviously Sabotage Sirens, and as you can see it's in really good condition, really nice gloss still on it. This was I would say semi-sealed. It was cracked open down the side, and it had like a kind of bit that was like missing here, but the rest of it was sealed still with the shrink, but the shrink had kind of gone that, like, it was quite brittle. But really happy to pick it up. So then the next thing I was thinking, what is the price on this? I think on eBay they're kind of going for around 40 quid. I mean, this is a VG Plus copy, both sleeve and vinyl. 12 quid. So I was like, right, okay, nobody come in and mug me for this record. So I was all over it. I mean, I could have stopped my dig right then. I thought, it's worth it now. If I'd only walked out with this, it would have been worth it. So really happy to pick up this, their debut album from 1983. Just awesome. And now that I have this, I'm kind of getting into the really hard stuff to find from Sabotage. So it's going to be the likes of Gutter Ballet and Streets, a rock opera, and Edge of Thorns. I don't even know if they did an actual official vinyl release of Edge of Thorns, but yeah, so slowly getting there. I think that's me now got 4 or 5 Sabotage albums, which I think is pretty good going so far. So really happy to pick that up. So that was definitely the gem of the dig. So Sabotage Sirens, awesome. So that's it. That's my finds. 22 minutes, long again. Let me know what you think of my pickups. Thanks to everyone who's been watching, who's subscribing, comments. Awesome, love it all. Keep doing what you're doing, and I will see you guys in the next video. Cheers.